Brother man, we got AEW World's End. It's coming this Saturday, man. Last
Mhm.
pay-per-view of the year. By yours truly, AEW, man. You excited?
Decent card. I wouldn't say I'm excited for any wrestling shows with some AEW or WWE, but this is a decent card. It should be okay.
It's an interesting one. We got two semifinal matches here with a final for the Continental title, Continental Classic. So I'm confused about this title. Is it just something like if you win the title, do you hold on to it or do you have to give it up and then there's another tournament? Because I already thought there was a Continental champion.
I'm not sure how this is breaking down, but I'm assuming that this will be once a year because they're gonna do this pay-per-view once a year and then you'll defend it then. I don't know. Kind of like a King of the Ring kind of thing. I'm not sure how this is gonna play out. They weren't very clear on that.
Yeah, because I remember throughout the year they had guys, whoever had it, Okada had it for a while. He was defending it.
Yeah, the thing with both wrestling companies, there's too many belts, and it gets watered down. Now MJF has a gold ring. He's defending it. Come on, you're defending a gold ring that you've had for 5 years. It's a little corny.
It's AEW, my friend. It's AEW. Nothing makes sense with these guys. But here, let's get into it. Continental Classic semi-final number one: Will Ospreay versus Kyle Fletcher. Yeah, I've already seen these guys work before. It should be a great match, regardless of what happens here. Just the way they work together, they know each other very well. They have a lot of chemistry. These guys go back to the beginning of time, man. I mean, they were together since their careers ever started. So, but that being said, I think Ospreay wins this match. If you look at the lineup as we go further in, it's three heels and an Ospreay. You know what I mean? So, I mean, just by virtue, I think Ospreay wins. He beats Kyle Fletcher, who's already had the better of him a couple times in the last part of this year. So I'm going Ospreay, man. You?
Well, they're calling this the trilogy. They're 1-1 in their last two matches. At AEW, right? They fought other companies. In AEW, they're 1-1 here. So this is the rubber match and trilogy, round three, so to speak. I mean, Ospreay is the best babyface they got. He's the most popular. I would see him continuing with that by winning this match. It's going to be a good match. We know what we're going to expect. Same as the last two matches they've had. This is match three. They're calling this, the final chapter, the trilogy. So Ospreay's going to take it because he's just so hot. He's the best worker they got. So should be a good match. But yeah, Ospreay's going to take it. And this will end the feud here, right? Somebody's going to go up 2-1, which is good because this feud's went on for a while. So I got Ospreay taking it 2-1 over Fletcher in the trilogy.
Yeah, so Ospreay will be one half of the final, I believe. Part two, the second part of the semifinals, we see Ricochet, who's kind of take this heel turn, and it's not bad. You seem to like it a lot.
I do, yeah, because the guy's had absolutely no character in WWE, absolutely no character in AEW. At least he's got something to go with.
Almost watching him, I feel like it's forced. He still doesn't come off as a heel because he comes off more of a bratty kind of whiny guy.
He is a bratty, whiny guy, and just like his woman is kind of bratty and whiny too. So hopefully, that's what I'm thinking Tony's going with. They kind of knocking WWE. They're kind of complaining. So run with this, Tony. Make him that, like you just said, that bratty weasel that you want to hate. He's got something.
He's doing a great job then. If that's what he's trying to go for, I'm sure he's a really nice guy otherwise.
And that match he had against Darby Allin was pretty good. He did a 630 off the top rope onto the table.
Nice.
Beautiful move.
Very nice. Very nice.
Impressive.
So he's going up against Okada, bitch. That's his tagline. That's all he says. He comes out and goes, bitch. So Okada and Ricochet, again, for as old as Okada is, these two are going to have a great match. Like right off the bat, the more I think about it and I'm reading this, these two matches might be the best matches of the night.
Probably, well, potentially. The only thing is with Okada, like I've never understood all of his hype. I don't care what he did to do in Japan. I don't care to get over here. This is North America. To me, he's old and slow now.
Well, we didn't get the best Okada. It's kind of like guys leaving the WWE and going over to Japan.
Yeah, it's like Messi, right? Wayne Rooney coming to the MLS. I get it.
Yeah,
but it's like he doesn't impress me anymore.
No, but still, he has his moments.
Ricochet is young. He's hot heel. He's going to take this match. He's going to be in the
I think so, and I think that's what it's going to lead up to here. We're going to get Ospreay versus Ricochet in that final because, I mean, these guys had bangers when they were both on the independents. Ricochet went to the WWE. He stayed in New Japan and finally came over to North America, now. Mm-hmm. So these guys haven't touched. They haven't really interacted in years, at least 5 to 7 years. So this should be a really fun match. My only concern about the match is they overdo it with the acrobatics and the high spots. Like, I mean, we've talked about this before with AEW where they emphasize more on high spots and not storytelling, and just
there won't be as many high spots with the Fletcher Ospreay match and Okada Ricochet match, because we're going to be two of these guys are fighting twice the same night.
Yeah.
So that might limit the match to a 10-12 minute match, which could be less high spots, a little more psychology, a little more storytelling, a little more selling. I'll give Darby Allin credit. AEW gets trashed a lot for the guys not selling, but after Ricochet hit that 630, he sold it really well. He kept selling it, he worked with it. So Darby Allin is improving overall that way.
Definitely.
Knocked the guy, but I got to give him credit there.
Yeah, no, but looking at that match, then, since we're already there, who do you think is going to become the new Continental Classic champion?
To be honest, if I'm booking, I'm going to give it to Ricochet. Simply because Ospreay doesn't need it. He's too talented. He's too good. He doesn't need that. Ricochet needs something. Like you were saying, he's becoming that bratty heel. He's an unlikable guy, at least on the camera. So why not give it to Ricochet? Why not? You sign him for all this money. Why not give him that pedestal? Why not let him run with it? Ospreay does not need it at all.
And I think Ospreay would be better in the role. I agree with you. Actually, I really agree with you here. I think Ricochet should win it and have Ospreay chase after him. I mean, that's the kind of, because I mean, the last time they fought, they were both kind of faces, right? So, so I mean, if this is the case, give it to Ricochet, because since he's come into AEW, to be honest, up until the last month of
he's
done nothing. In fact, he's lost. He's done this. I'm like, this is not how you bring in a guy that you're trying to build up, right?
Yeah.
And I believe he said on like the Chris Van Fleet podcast, he said that without me there would be no AEW. So he's been taking a lot of flack for that as well.
But it's creating heat, though. He's probably just doing that to create heat.
100%. But it should be fun, and I think Ospreay is better as a chaser. Like with him with the belt, I mean, what are you gonna do, right? Like, I mean, he's offended here and there, but for the most part, it's better when Ospreay's chasing you. The crowd's more behind you. His emotion shows more. So yeah, I think this should be good. I think Ricochet wins this through and through.
If Tony Khan books it properly.
If he books it properly, we'll find out.
You never know. This guy could give it to Okada for all. You never know what Anthony's going to do.
Well, you never know. You never know, right? I mean, again, if he does give it to Okada, that's because of the business relationship with New Japan, appeasing them, trying to set stuff up there. Because, I mean, if you think about it, January is the big month for New Japan with their two big shows over there. So a lot of guys from AEW are gearing up to go over there and compete as well. Yeah. So, that might just be a reason to put it on Okada. So you never know, right? You never know. But hey, man, this is where we play the guessing game. And to be fair, man, if you think about it, with Tony Khan, because he's so unpredictable, these are the fights that you probably want to bet on, because you might actually win.
It's booked a decent card this time. I don't know why Bobby Lashley's not on this card. That's a head scratcher to me, but overall, it's not a bad card.
No, let's get into it a little bit further here. So with all that done, now we got the Dynamite Diamond Ring, MJF versus Adam Cole, with Matt Taven and Mike Bennett in his corner. So I find this interesting only for the fact that they mentioned that he has two guys in his corner with him, which leads me to believe, if I'm booking, if I'm writing, these guys are going to turn on him on somewhere here, letting MJF get the win. But again, this storyline's been going on for a while now, so you almost feel that Adam Cole should kind of come out of it victorious. But these guys have screwed each other over equally. You know what I mean? Not one guy's a real face, one guy's a real heel. They've screwed each other continuously.
Yeah, I see Adam Cole's going to take this. I mean, I didn't even know this diamond ring even existed, man. This is how far in the weeds this diamond ring is. I don't think anybody knew about it.
Diamond ring's been around since the beginning of AEW.
But he's had it for 5 years. I mean, who holds it? Like, what's the point of having? I don't know.
They had a pay-per-view earlier, 4 or 5 years ago, with the Battle Royal. The winner of that Battle Royal, I believe, got the diamond ring, the Dynamite Diamond Ring. Okay, and he's held on to it forever. But it's a gimmick for him. He uses that thing to win matches,
I know he has people and stuff. But so, he's their most over heel. He doesn't need to keep his diamond ring. Adam Cole needs something. He's not that over. He's not that established as MJF. I mean, Adam Cole has to get this victory.
I'm gonna go MJF.
I couldn't see otherwise.
I'm gonna go MJF.
It's got to go to Cole. Who knows? You could be right, but
right.
I think Cole needs to get catapulted up here a little bit. MJF's already established.
We are officially got one match where we're going opposite. So far, we're agreeing on this whole card. So I'm gonna go with MJF. I just have a feeling that that's his gimmick. You can't take his gimmick away unless you take it away.
But why not, though? But I think that's what you do.
No, that's what I'm saying. Unless you take it away and then he has to chase after it, sort of a deal, right?
I think that you take it from him to actually see what he's got even more. See what he can do without this diamond ring, with hitting everybody, claiming his diamond ring. Cole takes it. Cole mocks him. Cole uses it on him. Chase
possibly.
his pride, enjoy that diamond ring. So that's how I see this playing. But who knows? You could be right too.
Let's see, man. Let's see. All right, AEW International Championship, Takeshita versus Powerhouse Hobbs. These guys were part of the same gang with Don Callis, so I don't know where these guys broke up or what happened there. But you know what? I think Takeshita is going to take it, man. I just don't see Hobbs with this title. That's just my opinion.
He doesn't have much momentum. He doesn't have a lot going for him right now. I don't see why you would take it off Takeshita right now. So, I mean, this is just a filler match, to be honest. This is a bathroom break. I don't know why Bobby Lashley and Benjamin guys are on the cards. It's the best thing they got going. They're not on your last pay through the year. Last show of the year, because when Dynamite comes back, it'll be in 2025. So, yeah, she's going to win it. I mean, I like Powerhouse Hobbs. I like the big voices, everybody knows. So, I'd like to see Power win, but I see Takeshita takes it.
I just had a brainstorm in my mind while you were talking, and I was listening to what you were saying, but my mind was working a little bit. You keep mentioning Bobby Lashley. On Dynamite, there is that ongoing thing between Ricochet and Lashley and that crew. They kind of choked him out. You know what I mean? So I almost have a feeling, because they're talking shit. Remember a couple weeks ago?
Syndicate might come in Okada at Ricochet's match.
Exactly. Remember a couple weeks ago I was telling you, like, look how they're booking Shelton already. They're booking him the same way they booked him in WWE in the Hurt Lock, in the Hurt business, right? And they kind of called him out on it, saying, hey, what are you doing? Like, you know, this is not the way we want to build business. So this might be something like, you know, oh, we're choking him out. What if they come out and interfere in that match and allow it to happen, right? To make it more believable for Ricochet to win the title.
Very possible. Very possible.
So maybe that's where we see Bobby and them.
Maybe. Could
right?
be.
Okay. Let's move on, man. So we both agree that Takeshita is going to win this match against Powerhouse Hobbs, right? Okay. Our favorite, the AEW TBS Women's Championship match, Mercedes Moné versus Chris Statlander. She's already beat her clean once on Dynamite. But these two are going to go at it again. I think Moné drops it here, man. I think it's time. You just drop it. She's got her New Japan title as well, which she's going to go be defending in January. I think Statlander needs this title more. If anything, you need to move Moné up to the actual women's championship opposed to this one, because I almost feel this one has more light on it than the actual women's championship. You know?
Yeah, you're right. It shouldn't be, though. You figure that.
Like, if this is an intercontinental championship for women, it's got a bigger aura on it than their world women's championship.
Yeah, I find that both wrestling companies, sometimes the lesser ranked belts get more attention. I don't know why, but yeah, Moné's had it for a little bit. Why not give it to Statlander, see what she can do, taking the title. Moné's been a disappointment overall, though. For the money she's being paid and what he's getting back was a bad contract.
She's been exposed, man. She's been exposed at everything. Like I said,
well, it would have been fine if you would have paid her a little bit less, and you could say she's mid card at best, and then not a big deal. But when you pay her that kind of money, you're expecting a return. There's been no return on this as far as what she's produced and what she can do.
It goes back to her attitude in WWE, the way she acted. She, I mean, if everyone talks about Shawn taking his ball and going home. This woman took her fucking everything. Her locker, her suitcase.
Yeah, she's a crybaby like Michaels did too. Stone Cold crybaby when he did that too,
But this woman cried like so many times and left, and one time she even took Naomi with her and almost screwed up her career in the process. Thank God she's related to the bloodline and she was able to find her way back in. But and never say never with wrestling. You never know. Maybe she comes back. But I really feel that this woman's burnt more bridges than CM Punk has when it comes to relationships with the organization.
But the difference with this, like, CM Punk and Moné are both, they're hard to get along with. They're probably not very likable people outside of the ring, but at least with CM Punk, you get some return on your money, you get some ratings, you get some merchandise. With Mercedes Moné, you're not getting any of that. And so Tony Khan way overpaid for her. All
right, so
that's the problem I have.
Before we go any further with that, CM Punk, a lot of reports are coming out that, he keeps himself a lot, but he's really friendly backstage. Everyone's enjoying him backstage right now.
Well, because there's no pressure anymore. There's the boss man ain't there anymore. Now it's just fun and games. Daddy's gone. So, of course, he's kind of doing what it is. And he's an old man. He wants to end his career on a positive note.
Yeah,
he maybe has 5 matches left.
Yeah, and a lot of people are saying backstage, or all he wants to do is help the younger talent. Like he's trying to just guide them and show them different ways, some things like that. So a lot of people are happy with him backstage. But back to this match, Monet or Statlander, I'm gonna go. You know what? I hate to be that guy, but I think Monet's gonna win again.
She might. I just don't see why you.
I hear what you're saying,
but who knows?
but I just have a feeling that they're gonna keep it on her, and she goes into Japan for their shows there, the two big ones, with both those belts. I think she might drop the. I think she might drop the New Japan title instead, because it kind of makes more sense. She's had this thing for almost a year.
Yeah.
So how often do you defend it in Japan? At least send it back to Japan. Let someone over there have it. You know what I mean? And focus on your thing. Maybe 2025, you go after the world title, sort of a deal, right? So,
yeah.
I see it that way. All right, man, you ready for a Tijuana street fight for the Women's World Championship? Mariah May versus Thunder Rosa. Thunder Rosa returning. I felt bad for her because she was just hitting a really strong high, and she had the title. She's worked really, really hard. I've kind of followed Thunder Rosa a lot from her days in NWA, Billy Corgan's promotion now. From the Smashing Pumpkins, and she did really well up there. She came to AEW. She paid her dues. She worked really hard. She finally got the belt, and then she got injured.
Yeah.
And now she's finally back. So, this should be a fun match, but I think Mariah May is going to take it. I don't think Thunder Rosa, like you say, has enough behind her right now to kind of flip it. So
I like the idea, like a Tijuana street fight. What does that mean? That means anything goes.
Anything goes.
In Tijuana, it's dangerous, it's dirty, it's rough. You can get robbed. So I don't know what's
these guys.
That's
this
cool.
is one
like
thing,
that.
As you call him, Anthony Khan, is not afraid to let the women show color.
Mm-hmm.
So you're gonna get some good.
Well, this is gonna be brutal. They're gonna beat each other down. This could be a sleeper match as far as like just that name Tijuana street fight. Everybody knows what Tijuana is like, so they gotta live up to that hype and beat the crap out of each other, smash weapons. I don't know what they're gonna have. So could be a good match. But
I think so.
Mariah May is gonna keep the belt.
And both of them have shown that they're willing to do the blade job if that's what they're gonna do.
There's gonna be color, I guarantee you, in this match.
Yeah. It's gonna be fun. I wonder if Toni Storm gets involved in here somewhere, though. I'm kind of curious about that. I almost get the feeling with the new Toni Storm character that she's, putting out there right now with the amnesia, she almost cost Thunder Rosa the title to help Mariah May.
Could be.
Because a lot of what she's doing is she's replaying her whole AEW experience, introducing herself backstage, this and that. So this kind of might tie into it with Toni Storm back as well. You got to figure she's got to be in here somewhere. I think, anyways.
You wouldn't think that Bobby Lashley and Toni Storm make some sort of appearance on the show? Last show of the year, last date of the year. You'd think so.
Yeah. All right, finally, AEW World Championship, Jon Moxley versus Orange Cassidy versus Hangman Page versus Jay White. We got a four-way dance for the world title here. There's so many bloody stories within this match alone.
The Death Riders, I know. There's a lot going on here. Too much.
Well, you got Cassidy, Hangman doesn't like anybody. This is really cool. I mean, if you think about it, Orange Cassidy and Jay White have a very, very colorful history as well. So none of these guys like each other or really being close to one another. But I say Moxley walks away. This storyline's not going to end here. Like I said, I think the crescendo to this will probably come in the springtime with the new Bucks returning, with Kenny Omega returning. I think after this match, we're going to see Moxley kind of try to take over the ideology and the psychology of AEW even more, which will bring those guys back as faces to take back their company. What do you see?
There's a lot of moving parts in this match, probably too much. The thing is, I know what Tony Khan's trying to do. He's trying to make the Death Riders like the new NWO. The problem is Moxley doesn't have that cool factor, that tough guy factor that Hogan, Hall, and Nash have. He's just not a big guy. It's just not believable. He's crazy, and he does some crazy stuff in there. But this whole
he's more of a modern day. He's more of a modern day Cactus Jack.
Yeah, he's just, I don't know. I don't mind the guy. Like, he does some crazy stuff. I just think he's overrated personally, but he's going to win this match. He's like you said, he's going to try to take over. It's going to be Death Riders versus AEW. They pull that whole NWO versus WCW angle. They're just recreating it with a bunch of small guys. and they're trying to push him. So why would they take the belt off Moxley? The answer is they're not. Moxley will win. It'll be a good match. They're gonna bleed. They're gonna cut. They're gonna fall on tables. All kinds of crazy stuff. But yeah, Moxley will keep his belt. He's too popular right now. He's too over for the AEW fans. It'd be stupid to take it off.
Well, I think this is gonna this will. I think this match is gonna get rid of Cassidy and Jay White out of the picture. I think this is gonna evolve more into a Hangman Adam Page versus Moxley feud. In my opinion,
Could be.
This is where we're gonna start to see that, and because of the aforementioned names that I brought up here, the Young Bucks, Kenny Omega, and Hangman are very close. So, guys, Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, Kwanzaa, whatever you celebrate. And we'll see you before the end of the year. Samp and Chance are out.